Our special guest today is Dung Pham, German Vietnamese, who returned to Vietnam a decade ago and has since been a significant influence in the grappling scene in Hanoi. Can't wait to learn about his personal jiu-jitsu journey and how he's come to be a great coach. And welcome to the Saigon Saga, where we cover combat.
He's locking up that drive.
We're doing all leg locks.
Subscribe right now.
Actually, when I finished, I think high school, then a few years I just didn't know what to do, right? So I didn't want to keep going to the 12th grade, and then studying, right, get university. So I hang a few years around and gain some weight. Really partying a lot, drinking, and I was addicted to shisha, like water pipe stuff in Germany, right? It's all the many
A lot of Turkish
Southeast
coming in
countries there, yeah. So it was really mainstream at that time. I don't know now, but before everyone smoked water pipe, so I was really addicted to it. And over time, because of too many partying and smoking, I gained some weight and maybe health issues, like running to some 20 meters to the train. I got hard breathing, and then I decided maybe not the right way. And then now I have time. I didn't do much, try find a apprenticeship, try more places to find a good find a job, right, long-term way. But I think I tried a few jobs, but wasn't what I thought about. And over time, the health wasn't so good. So I start running, stop water pipe, refresh my lungs, and it's got bored over time. Running every day, a few weeks later, it was boring, and then I start with gym. And I think there was one coach, MMA coach. He did part-time job at the gym, and I try, because he did, I think sometimes boxing, gym boxing pet workout. I tried, and it was so nice. And I saw MMA then on TV, and I asked him, yeah, it looks so nice. And then he said, yeah, in this place there's an MMA gym. And then, yeah, come and try. And then I tried. I start actually with MMA, but over time, because of so many punches and everything, and I got some train partners that was really aggressive, right? But mostly more Russian, or more. I don't say every Russian is really aggressive, but the mentality is different, right? They're really competitive, and because of my body type, I was really small in Germany, here in Vietnam, maybe still small, but still more average than in Germany. So I got so beat up a lot, and I think long term always get punched in the face, and maybe not good for long term run. And I saw opposite Jiu Jitsu. Actually, I tried grappling for MMA a few times, and I saw that was my first grappling coach. He's smaller than me, but he beat bigger guys. So I thought maybe it's better doing Jiu Jitsu long term. And afterwards, I never came back for MMA or try MMA. So I stay at Jiu Jitsu. So at the beginning, I think I like grappling more, no-gi. But over time, it's moved to gi more.
Now, are you primarily training in the gi, primarily training no-gi, or a bit 50-50?
Right now, the class is 50-50, 6 times no-gi, 6 times gi. And all men depend who come. But when more no-gi guys come, then I change to no-gi, and all men, more guys train no-gi, then I switch to gi.
Yeah. Do you have a preference?
Yeah, gi.
Gi, okay.
The main reason, because of the grips, you can slow down everyone movements, and I think it's quite more safe. I feel more safe because every move is slower when you have good grips. and you can slow down every movements. You have more time to react, right? But nogi is like really fast, and when you go into scrambled, sometimes you can't tap really not
Things-
fast enough. Yeah,
Things
right.
happen quickly.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure.
So gi, I feel like you can slow down and control the game more when you have the good grips, of course. It's a lot of grip prayer, grip fights at the beginning. What I see in gi is like you start with grips, right? So when you have good understanding of how to control the grips, you control the game. I think
Like in Saigon, no-gi seems to be the way that everything is going here.
everywhere in Hanoi
yeah.
too. Like not many gyms like now, like many gyms move to MMA more. Like how many gyms now in Hanoi? I don't know, but many MMA gyms now, like the Jam, Top Team,
Hadong Fighters Union.
Long Fighters, they all like focus on MMA more. And I think when you do MMA, you just focus on no-gi, right?
Of course, even there, just a limited amount
Yeah.
of techniques.
Yeah. So the Jam, like the Jam, extended to Jam, they just don't have gi, right? Because that's a main MMA gym. Like Vietnam Top Team is MMA gym too, but they still have some gi classes. Not much like before, but still have some gi classes. And Ronin, I think, like me, they split it 50-50. I think, but more gi sessions than no gi. Twice, I know only the timetable at night. So twice gi and one time, no. Talking about gi and no gi, right?
Yeah, and maybe some of the differences between training in Hanoi versus training here. Initially, when you came to Vietnam, you went to Hanoi. Do you have family there?
So I came actually when like 2014. So before 2014, it was like so long, I think. Over 10 years last time when I visit Vietnam. So that's why I decided to come visit family. Okay, my mom said, yeah, come visit grandparents. So that's why I decided to come. And when I came, I did Jiu Jitsu for 2 years already. So I was like blue belt. So 2014, when I came first time to Vietnam, like I think April, I think. And it was like, I think there was just one gym, one or maybe more, but when I searched online, it was just one. So, and I visited, it was like EP18 Hanoi, and I think, I went training there, and afterwards, so many stories. I like the lifestyle, the food here, that's why, and my family more close, of course. But, yeah, at that moment when I came first time, I was blue belt. There was just one gym, and I visited, and I was really surprised that still like jiu-jitsu there. And I think I don't know, the head coach was white belt or blue belt, but it was like I'm one of the highest belt there at the moment. And then I think I show some techniques then, and I really love it to sharing some techniques, some jiu-jitsu there. And afterwards, I stayed just 1 month. Then I moved back to Germany, start my training again. And I think over the time, I got my purple belt. Then I came back end of the year again, visit one more time for 1 or 2 months. And then there was then 2 gyms already. I don't know. I heard some stories, but I think they had some issue with each other. And then I think Ronin was born. I think the first gym, of course, BJJ Hanoi, you need to start somewhere. And of course, it's never good to have some issues with the people. But I think it's one way to spread, right? Spread, to evolve. So after they had some issues, I don't know why, and there was the second gym, and I said, okay. First time when I came, after training, he took me out for dinner, so I was more close to him actually. So every time when I came, I meet him for coffee and food. And over the years, I came, 2015, I went again. So every year I came twice for 1-2 months. And second time, 2015, I visit Saigon too. I think in Saigon, I just visit Kimura and Saigon Jiu Jitsu. I think I heard Saigon Jiu was same like BJJ Hanoi, right? One of the first gyms for me. Like when I was in Saigon or in Hanoi, every time when I left, or like Hanoi, now example like Hanoi, I teach there 3 years, and afterwards I left, right, because of some family work, or so I need to left Hanoi, and all the guys still keep going, right? So I was really happy they didn't stop. Many guys like Mr. Hai, they start full-time Jiu-Jitsu, so I'm really happy to see it. Everyone go their way, but it's still Jiu-Jitsu, and some guys have, like Mr. Hai, have a full-time job too, so, but he still try 2 or 3 times a day Jiu-Jitsu. It's crazy how he manage all the job, family, and Jiu-Jitsu. He told me like he wake up like 3 a.m. is crazy. Like then when you know, like sometimes when you train, like overtraining, or you train so hard, you can't sleep at night. Where he get the sleep? It's like crazy. And yeah, and he's 42, 43. They build a good base, like the foundation, right? The basics. So they can spread the basics and improve at themselves. So I feel like everyone has got really good now. So I'm really happy to see how went, and everyone loves Jiu-Jitsu, and used to do it full time now. Everyone, most 90%, like Katong, Sonang, Dung Pham, and Mr. Hai. Really happy to see, right, how it's go. So sad I only could take care, like show them 3 years. But over the time when I wasn't in Hanoi, I still try to come every month or every weeks, come to Hanoi and do some classes. But it was more like meet up with friends and do Jiu-Jitsu, right? When you have the good understanding of Jiu-Jitsu, understand the basics, and you can teach, because mostly when you start teaching, you teach like beginners, right? Because when you now maybe example you start teaching as purple belt, mostly white belts come or blue belts come to train with you, right? So mostly higher ranks, they don't come, they train somewhere else. But it's still spreading Jiu-Jitsu, and when you understand the Jiu-Jitsu and how to share the basics really well, it's really good. And then over time, you improve yourself, you improve your skill, how to teach. So it doesn't matter when many guys want own a gym, because when they spread Jiu-Jitsu over time, the good gyms will light up, right? So all the members who start in maybe, because everyone have their own style to teach. Maybe someone won't teach maybe at blue belt, purple belt. Of course, it's okay. But when your students reach one level, and they see, okay, I need to improve, then maybe they go somewhere else. So I saw many people like, but I like that. Like people understand and feel like, okay, like for me, I travel a lot to learn. So it's and of course to connect with people. So I like the way to travel around, learn from everyone a little bit, or at least like to connect. So for me, like I like a bird, right? You travel around, and one day you still come back to your home. So maybe like when you still like your coach, but you want to improve your skills maybe somewhere, and go there, train a little bit here, maybe, because every coach have a different style. So maybe I focus on gi more, or like Corey no gi, but the student maybe wants like improve their no gi skills. Of course, you can practice, and one day when you like, you can come back or not. It's up to them, right? Everyone is old enough. You can't like,
Zach, you're old enough.
yeah.
You can make your own decisions.
So yeah. So because every coach have their own style. Many like too strict, and when they like your place, they will come and stay. When they want to improve, they will leave for a moment, and they will experience more places, right? And then they decide better. it's hard to like keep a bird in the cage, right? When one day they try to go out and they still find a way to get out. So
But if you leave the door open,
yeah,
they
yeah,
might come
yeah,
back
yeah.
in.
They may never come back, right? So that's why I think just open-minded, because you can't keep one guy in one place. Because like I'm happy when I can keep a day, but everyone, it's just like Jiu-Jitsu is it's a part of life, but for many people it's just hobby, right? You can't like control them and say, yeah, you only train here, but everyone have different mindset. I can't say I'm the right. That's my perspective. So I'm really open-minded, and everyone have different skills to learn. Train where you can expand your skills. Go and expand. Right now, maybe he go to Canada soon. Same, right? You go expand your gi
Yeah, I will go back to
skills.
my home.
Yeah,
Go back where I came from.
yeah,
So it'll be nice. Like some of
yes,
my
yes.
original instructors, and show
Yeah,
them what progress I've made, and then go back and I feel like I can absorb more of their game. Because before,
yes,
you're really just such a beginner, you don't even understand the
yes,
value that they can give you. It's
yes,
just, oh, jujitsu is jujitsu. But when you leave and come back, your game is elevated,
yeah.
and you can really understand like what they are good at and how to add that into your game.
Yeah, in June or July, I think. Yeah, so C18 organized a gi tournament in Hanoi. So I hope many guys sign up because it's really good. First time, I think, like, no, second time private jiu-jitsu tournament, like increases time. But when you ask me right now, I don't know what need more to expand because, what? No, it's okay. Yeah, now to like your questions, like what missing to improve jiu-jitsu in Vietnam more? I don't know. Maybe it's like, I don't know, just time and have fun, right? So what makes people stay is mostly they enjoy, they have fun, and they stay safe. So that's what I over the time like when I start teaching, I teach like more like competitive, more like really hard. Like the training was really rough and a lot of cardio. And I feel like many left, right? When I start teaching in Vietnam, so many left because it was too hard. Not everyone is like want to compete, right? But then who will stay and who is hungry like for jiu-jitsu, like. But now I see like all the guys who stayed in the past, like when I start teaching, they all now like start teaching or still competing, right? Or both. So really nice to see. And so I see you can't please everyone, but when you start a business, I think it's better to, because not everyone want to compete, right? Many like over 30, they have average, like in Vietnam, over 30, they have family, they have a full-time job. So they can't like now, yeah, I decide to drop everything and just do jiu-jitsu. I think right now jiu-jitsu, you can make money, but I think to support the good living for the family, I think it's not possible. So to make good money, you have maybe a good business and have doing jiu-jitsu at the same time. Or I'm really lucky, so I still can do jiu-jitsu full time because I haven't, right now I have no family, no kids, no wife. So right now I can still live with my salary. It's enough because it depends on how you live, right? So I just have a small apartment to teach every day jiu-jitsu. That's it. But when long term, when I see I have family, maybe 2 kids, oh, I think the money is not enough. So it's really rough to do like think about to do jiu-jitsu and make good money. So and depend on people, right? Many guys like need only 30 million is enough for the whole family. Some but need more. So it depends on how you live and how you spend the money. But it's a rough area to make money to make a good living. So focusing on like It's clean, it's safe, and it's fun. So connecting the people around. So yeah, have a nice group. Don't put them too much pressure. Maybe don't push them, go compete there. To understand your students, right? When you understand your student, what they need. Maybe they just want to stay healthy. Okay, you make the training for them just like enough for them. But there are some guys like they won't compete, right? So then I have more free time. I put maybe more classes like competition team. Then the guys who won't go rough, then they come here. Yeah, right now by my place right now, because we first stage, right? So not too many classes, I have too many instructors. So I try to balance everything. So many guys who compete more, then maybe I split the group, the classes, and then the guys who compete maybe go more rough, and the guys who maybe just want to enjoy, repeat the drills, maybe light roads, just for safety. Yeah. So I met many people like they don't like rolling, right? They just want maybe sweat, do some warm ups, and learn some new techniques. That's it. But it's nice to see when you can motivate them and maybe challenge themselves to like sign in for one competition, like just experience. Maybe lose, win, it doesn't matter. At least experience the feeling, right? And afterwards, you can decide ever join again the competition or keep going.
Subscribe right now.